What up, badasses? It's your host, Nostradamus, and I'm here with another Geek Much. This one I'm really kind of hyped to do. I've been wanting to do a Geek Much where I'm talking about certain comics and whatnot. So I figured, right now one of the comics I read this week is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers by Boom Comics. And today they released another trailer called the All-Star trailer for the Power Ranger movie, which if you want to see my reaction to it, you can go ahead and catch it right here on my YouTube. If you're right here on Spreaker, go to my YouTube, which is Naz the Stampede. That's NAZTHESTAMPEDE. You see, I had to freaking figure it out myself. But let's get back to the comic. Now, I was really excited when Boom Comics announced that they're doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was like, alright, cool, I'll check it out. I thought it would be just, typical Power Ranger kind of stuff, cheesy, comic booky, blah, 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 blah. But part of me was also excited because I know Boom Comics history. They take these nostalgic licenses and they modernize it and they make it better. Started off with Gem and the Holograms. I know Gem and the Holograms. I know what you're thinking, but I got it for someone at the time and was collecting it for that person. But later on, when I had a good amount, I started reading through them, and they're really, really, really good. Well, before that, I finally started watching the series, which I never did because, as a boy, Gem and the Holograms is not exactly catching your attention. It's like, that's a girl show, but I watched it and I figured out, I'm like, man, that show got real, and then almost got killed by the freaking Misfits a lot, and it was just a lot of crazy shit, and it was just crazy. I highly recommend for people to watch it. Going back to the comics, it's the same kind of concept. I like the drawing. It was real good. Once the art started changing, I kind of fell off, which is good that it happened after a saga called the Dark Gem Saga, in which the fuck's the hologram called? Synergy had like a dark side to it or whatever, and it got released and it was battling against that synergy and it was turning all of them dark, so they became like emo Gem and the Holograms, and they were pushing people away and mistreating people and blah blah until finally it like snapped them out. And the music that they played when they were in that mode, in the dark emo mode, caused other people of course to be emo as well. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool arc. And after that is when I stopped because I stopped collecting, and also the artwork changed, and I wasn't really a fan of the artwork. Artwork is important to me, but I kind of I had a good run with it, and I liked it. So, anyways, Boom Comics does that. They do Escape from LA. They do Big Trouble in Little China. They do a lot of things. So I was excited. I was like, all right, let's see how this comes out. And then I went on a journey because each one's of the number 0, if it was number 0 or number 1, it had the comic cover was each ranger holding their helmet. So I went and searched for all of them. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the Tommies because you know how it is. Tommy's always the biggest thing and always the hardest shit to get. But hey, 5 out of the 7, because it was green and white. 5 out of the 7 is good enough for me. So, kicking into the Boom Comics Power Rangers, right off the bat, the first page I think, just kicks off with Tommy without the helmet, in green suit, looking over the fallen Rangers, and Rita right behind him and kind of congratulating him like, you did good, blah, blah, blah. You're like, what's going on? Kick to the car where he's in the car with Jason. Apparently he's been daydreaming, but in the back there's like this ghostly figure of Rita. So what's kicking off in the series is that Tommy just joined the Power Rangers. They defeated the whole green spell by destroying the Sword of Darkness. And if you were a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan, you remember this from the biggest Power Ranger event ever, which is Green with Envy, right? Or Green with Evil? I think it was Green with Evil. Um, he's part of the team, but they're kind of iffy with him. Well, mostly like Zach, and then Jason's like, "Hey, we gotta give him a try, whatever." But I'm kind of a little bit with Zach here. We need to keep an eye on him. I'm not sure. And Tommy is just getting adjusted to the whole team aspect, but he's doing things his own way. It's not his fault though, because throughout this time while they're having battles, he's being haunted by Rita. Rita is haunting him, and he can't shake her off. It's like a reminiscence of the evil Green Ranger, and he just can't get it out of his system, and he's worried. He's worried it's going to consume him. He's worried that there's still some evil in him. And then the Rangers, especially Zach, is like questioning him when they had a big battle and his Zord almost like destroyed. Forgot what, like it was people or a building, whatever. He went a little bit. He went a little bit. He risked a lot, and he's telling them like, "Hey, I got this. Don't worry. I'm sorry." And Jason's keeping it together. It's like, guys, we gotta give it to him. And Jason and Tommy, you did pretty well. But they can sense that something's bothering him, but Tommy won't let them in. He doesn't want to make them worry. He doesn't want to make them think that there's any bit of the evil Green Ranger in him. So he's like, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm going to take care of myself. On the side, we see Rita Repulsa, and she is intentionally fucking with Tommy, okay? So it's not just little remnants. She knows that little pieces of her is there and is messing with Tommy and intentionally making him question himself and endanger the team and the missions, and having them go against him in hopes, I guess, to like lure him back or just to destroy the Power Rangers themselves. And he has Scorpina on a mission to get the dagger back. So if they get the dagger, they can control the Dragon Zord. I believe the first issue ends with actually Scorpina confronting Tommy in his own bedroom. The second issue starts off and they're confronting. Tommy's like, "Well, what the fuck, bitch? What you doing in my house?" And she's all like, "Hey, yo, Tommy, where's that shit at? Or, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to kill your mom," who's right outside the door. And he's all like, "No way!" And then he goes and takes her and they teleport somewhere else into a field. And they start duking it out there. The other Rangers hear about this. They go over there and start fighting with them. And they're going all out. I think Scorpina has like a copy of the green crystal or something like that. I'm it's been months since I read these, okay, because they're on issue 12. This was like issue 2 over here. I could have done a lot of research. I could have went back and read everything, but I'm just telling you this straight out of my mind, okay? This is a quick synopsis. You want to read this, you go ahead and find at least, the first volume is already out in paperback or trade, as they call it. And then get the other issues, or just wait until they're all in fucking volumes. Either or, let's get back to the story. So they're all fighting. It's Scorpina, Goldar, and them all fighting. Goldar is really like intense on like, I need to freaking, live up to my queen's freaking expectation. Which, by the way, there was an annual and there's a Goldar backstory. I will get to that soon. Actually, let me get to it now. So there's a Goldar backstory, okay, before I forget this, because Goldar will show up later. Actually, Goldar's going to show up later. Let's get back to this fucking fight. So they're fighting, blah, blah, blah. They yickety yakety. Shit, I'm trying to remember. I know they eventually win, but Scorpina got what she wanted, which is like some of the green power taken from him. And this green power then later is used to control the Dragon Zord, which they start going like, "What's going on?" And it's Tommy, and Tommy's like, "It's not me." So looking out, whatever. Somewhere around this battles, confrontations, Gordar didn't live up to Rita's expectation, and not Rita, but himself locked them locked himself away in that room of his. I forgot what, but if you remember Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, there's a room that he controls with all foggy, and it's just like cage around, and he had like Tommy in there, and it's like you're not getting out of here without or you gotta go through me. But the most memorable, damn it, there's that word I can't say. Memorable. I think that's how you say it. The one that people remember the most is where he's confronting Jason and they have a battle there. And this was during the Green with Evil. So when they took Jason out the picture and Tommy was over there fucking with the people, Godar was messing with Jason and Jason had to find a way to get out that room. He had to confront Godar with no freaking power coin, just himself. So Godar holds himself in that room. He controls that room. He is a prisoner in his own room because he felt he wasn't good enough for Rita. He deserved to be there to learn a lesson and, go back when Rita feels he is fit to. Now that we're talking about Godar, this backstory about Godar, in which he was one of the generals, him and a brother. I forgot what his brother's name was. It's something like Godar. Him and his brother were generals for Lord Zed, and they're off on some planet. They won a war, and then someone comes up to them and says that Lord Zed wants to see you. So Godar and his brother go. And his Goldar's brother's all like, "Hey, yo, this Lord Zed, he a little punk bitch. This is what we gotta do, alright? When we go talk to him, and he shows that he's still a little punk bitch, because we should be doing more than just what we're doing right now. This is an easy takeover. There's more things that we could be taking over. If it was me and you, we would have took over a lot. But Lord Zed here, he lost it. He's a little punk bitch. So we're going to go over there. I'm going to do the talking. You shut the fuck up, okay? I'm going to do the talking, and we're going to see where his mindset is. And then if he's a little punk bitch, you got my back, right, little bro? You going to help me, and we're going to attack that little fucking no-skin having motherfucker. And we going to take him down, and we going to rule the damn universe." Those were the exact words. Not really, but it was something like that. So they go and they meet up with Lord Zed, who's like in a big hoodie and covered and I think in bandages as well, but he's covered completely. You don't see nothing, just him chilling on some throne with his staff. Apparently, the reason that his skin is revealed and all that is because of some battle. Something happened to him that caused him to be like that. So I think they hinted that that's not his actual freaking form, that he was something else before that happened. I don't know. If my memory serves me correct. Sorry. Sorry about that yawn. I had a long day, okay? If my memory serves me correct, then that is the case. If not, then once again, go read these comic books. They're really good. They take Power Rangers and make it more serious, like it should, like people our age would want. Anyways, back to that. They go confront Lord Zed, and he's all like, "Hey, Lord, yo, what up, Lord Zed? What it do?" Lord Zed's like, "I want you to go to Earth and freaking help Rita Repulsa and be her generals and help her take over that planet." And they're all like, "Whoa, hold on. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna go help this big fucking pointy titty bitch do shit. We gotta take care of what we got here. Now, I don't see that you are doing what needs to be done, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it for you." And Lord says like, "Hey yo, watch your mouth. or I'm gonna fuck you up. And then Goldar is all like, oh shit, he's just on the sideline like, yo, I don't know. And the brother's like, you got my back, right, bro? So his brother tried to do something, and then Lord Zed's like, nope, Jean, and he fucking blasts him, kills Goldar's brother. Zed looks to Goldar and just like, so what's it gonna be? You gonna go? No, no, wait, no. He knocks his brother down. Then he has Zed. I think Zed tells Goldar, is like, hey, are you with me or not? Kill your brother. And then Goldar's like, sorry, bro, but love you, but I gotta do what I gotta do. And then he kills his brother, I think, for Lord Zed. I could be wrong, but if my memory serves me correct, that's what went down. And he has a little monologue saying like, I really love my brother and I like them and everything like that, but I serve my master and I gotta do what I gotta do. And he goes to Earth and becomes Rita's general, so that's why he feels like he's got this big freaking role to serve, and by disappointing her in the battle they had, he locks himself away. Now, at some point, Rita, okay, so these pick up. Tommy's still like, what's going on? They're all like, hey, Tommy, what the hell's the deal? And Tommy tells him, like, look, this bitch is fucking with me, okay? I'm starting to hear and see Rita Repulsa. It's like, oh shit, you still evil? It's like, no, I'm not evil. I got my shit together. But the bitch is fucking tormenting me, and it's kind of affecting, what we got here, it's like, I don't know what to do. It's like, don't worry, Tommy, we got your back. And he's all like, all right. Okay, I'm probably over dramatizing this shit. But anyways, then all of a sudden, some big fucking monster comes out of nowhere. Rita, like she said, like, I'm calling the big guns. Now, at that point, I thought it was going to be like, oh shit, she's going to call Lord Zed. No, she calls some other dude. And this big monster comes out of nowhere and fucking destroys the command center like nothing. Just poof, and then has a big ass battle with them. And they're all like, oh shit, we need dinosaur power now. And bring the dinosaurs. And they form the Megazord. And then they start fighting the Megazord and the Dragonzord against this fucking big monster. That dope as shit. Looks like one of the kaijus from fucking it looks anime-ish, and it looks like a kaiju from fucking Pacific Rim. So they're fighting this thing, but this thing is like taking them out like crazy. And then gets the Zords down, and then I guess he goes to like normal size or whatever, and then the Ranger's trying to fight him. He just grabs the Rangers and he like screams at them or some shit, and whatever the blast is demorphing them. So you just see patches of their freaking faces and clothing and shit like that being revealed under the Power Ranger suit. And he's demorphing them and tossing them to the side, tossing to the side, tossing to the side. Though I think at one point he tried to teleport or something, or he just did it. He got Billy, and Billy teleported. Either with him, or he just teleported his ass and just like, fuck you guys. But he got Billy's coin and teleported Billy. Billy ended up in the same room with Goldar. So here's Goldar and Billy together, and he's all like, oh, hey Goldar, what it do, what it be like? And Goldar just chilling like, what's up, dog? You're in my place. And then Billy eventually, he goes like, hey, I know we enemies, but right now we should be frenemies. You feel me, dog? I know Billy won't talk like that. I mean, maybe the new Billy, because he's black. That was racist. No, not racist, but, because he black. Look, I want my Billy to be like, hey, yo, dog, the freaking circumference of the quantum physics is freaking close to the parameter of the diameter of the circumference. Okay, so going back to this, Billy, Goldar in the same room chilling. Now the other Rangers have been, they just like teleported, I think, too, or he sent their ass somewhere else, and they're like, I can't morph. We can't morph. What's the deal? But Tommy, nah, Tommy's still in the green. He's the only one that can morph. He was like, what's going on? See, what happened was when he destroyed the freaking command center, he fucking cut their ties to the morphing grid, so thus they can't freaking morph. The thing is, Tommy's not connected to Zordon's morphing grid. Tommy's connected to whatever morphing grid that Rita created. So Tommy still has power. So the Rangers are all trying to find out what's going on. How can we get power? Where the fuck is Billy? And who the fuck was that thing? Billy's made a freaking deal with Godar. He realized that Godar just put himself in there. Godar told him why. He was like, hey, look, I'm just here because I failed my queen and I should punish myself. Billy's like, hey, look, I know you failed yourself. Okay, I get it. She got some other dude to come out of nowhere and do a job that you couldn't do all this time. You hate this dude. You hate this monster, this person that she called on. He just came out of nowhere and just outstaged you. We don't like him either. He outstaged us. So how about we make a deal? You get me out of here, and I'll help take him down. And that way you could be Rita's number one. And then Goldar's all like, yo, Billy, you spitting some real good game right now. Let me tell you. So, I'll tell you what. I'll take you on your offer. I'll get you the hell out of here. But don't you make me regret it. Go handle that. Billy's like, cool, peace. And then Goldar sends his ass away. Back to where the other motherfuckers are at. The big monster, whatever, is all like, hey, I'm here. He's fucking shit up. He's getting more stuff. He's trying to get all the other coins. The Rangers finally meet up with with Billy, and they're all like, hey, what happened? It's like, I was chilling with Goldar. It ain't no thing. But look, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this thing. And then I think it was between him and Trini, or maybe just Tommy. Someone came up with the freaking solution of, let's use Tommy's powers to activate our suits. So they got a taste of a little piece of his, energy or power, or whatever shit like that, and they all morphed. But they all were green. So now we got a big Green Ranger army. Everybody's in their suits, the same helmets and everything, but green. And then they go back and they're trying to fight these motherfuckers, blah, 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 yakety smackety. That big monster comes back and he's trying to take them out. And this is where Billy and Trini, they realize something weird about something weird. It's like, this monster looks familiar. It looks really familiar. And I think it's when they were inside the Dragon Zord to try to find out why the Dragon Zord. I would think it was earlier when they were inside the Dragon Zord trying to find out why the Dragon Zord went like loco and started like terrorizing shit, which was because of course, Scorpina and Rita. That they realized something, and they realized that this monster has the same freaking feel of the Dragon Zord. That's when they realized this monster is not a monster, it's a freaking Zord. It's being controlled. So they somehow get inside of it and they shut it off. And this Zord, once again, is all, I'm just trying to remember everything off the top of my head. The Zord freaking teleports away. The problem is, the Zord teleports and it takes Billy and Tommy. Why? I don't remember, man. I wish I did freaking go back and kind of read these through before I start talking about it. But again, like I said, you can go and read this. As we get closer to where I'm at right now, I'll be in more full detail. This is when it gets really fun. Now, remind you, the Rangers defeated whatever the big monster was. They found out it was a freaking, basically like the Dragon Zord. So they defeated it as a Zord. causing the Zord to go back to where it came from. Now, the Zord was calling himself Dracon. Go back, Billy and Tommy end up disappearing with it. So the Rangers are now in Angel Grove, and it's been, I don't know, a while, maybe a couple days or weeks, and Billy and Tommy are missing, and the whole town is like, we're looking for these people. Ever since the big battle, they just been disappeared. We hope to find them. The Rangers are like, we don't know what the hell to do. We don't know where they're at. We go and see where Billy and Tommy are at. They're in some city. The first thing they see is just these big, this city in rumbles, all fucked up. Some crazy apocalyptic utopia. I don't know how the word contradicts each other, but a big crazy apocalyptic kind of world. There's big two statues. One looks like a Green Ranger or a Power Ranger. The other one is Rita Repulsa. They get there and they're like, where are we? They're confronted by a Black Ranger. But this Black Ranger is like in full like covert gear. Like he's like a soldier, but a Black Ranger suit. It's really dope. Black Ranger with fucking like, shoulders and elbow things and all that, like a fucking soldier, but a Black Ranger. Really dope. And it's not just one, it's a lot of them. They're like, what the hell? They're getting chased by them. They're running. They hear a voice. They get there. Oh, I know. They get there because they're looking for a power. I think that's what it was. I don't know. So they hear a voice and they're like, what's going on? And it's calling to Tommy, and Tommy's looking for it. He finds it. But guess what it is? It's Saba. It's Saba. The fucking White Ranger sword. Saba. Now, they don't know about this. There's no White Ranger yet. Not in their world. So when they get the sword, they got Saba. Sounds something like, okay, yeah, man, you got me. I've been looking for you, Tommy. But we got to get out of here. He's like, why? They get confronted. This dude comes out. And he already revealed himself before, sitting on a throne. But I'm going to leave the reveal for here. He comes out of a ship, and he's like white and green kind of ranger. He's mostly all white. He looks like a Power Ranger mixed of the Green and White Ranger. Very dope. It's like, my name is Dracon. And he takes off his helmet, and it's Tommy, but a little bit older. And Tommy's like, what the hell? It's like, who are you? It's like, I'm you. He's like, no, you can't be me. Billy's like, what the fuck is going on here? And Dracon's like, alright, you done your part. How about you give me that sword? And Tommy's like, no way. And Dracon's like, yes way. And they both do air guitars. No, I'm sorry, that's Bill and Ted. But Saba then says like, oh no, we got other plans. And then Saba makes the white Tiger Zord show up out of nowhere. Everybody's like, oh shit, all the fucking covert freaking soldier Black Rangers fucking dodge and everything like that. Saba's like, hey yo, run, we gotta run. So they're fucking running. He's like, look, all these Zords are kind of messed up, but there's some that still work. And you see the White Falcon Zord. They're like, this works? And he's like, yeah, it works, nigga, get in. So they get in the White Falcon Zord. They fly away. They go far away. They stop. He's like, okay, we can't go any further. The White Zord is freaking, it's been down for a while. It needs to recharge. It needs a night to recharge. All right, cool. Billy then questions. All right. Saba, tell us what happened. Where are we? So Saba tells him, all right, look, you're basically in Angel Grove, just not your Angel Grove. You're in an alternate timeline of Angel Grove. The same as yours, just, well, altered. As in your world, where you defeated Tommy and destroyed the sword, and he chose to fight along you, the same thing happened here. The only difference is, the Green Ranger, after defeated, he had a choice. And he did choose. See, he left and met with Rita again. And then with Rita, kind of had a talk with her and was filling her agenda, what she wanted to do. Give me a moment, hold on. Oh, sorry I left you guys hanging right there. I had sinus. It was getting real intense, and I need to clear that out. So he tells him, okay, Tommy met up with Rita, was feeling what she was selling, and he thought she was the right path. So the Green Ranger stayed evil, fought alongside Rita, led her freaking forces, and fought against the Rangers. The world, started trying to fight back, but then they were getting defeated, and after a while, they just accepted. They figured that the best way to go is under Rita's rule, and it just became that way. So the world became quite peaceful under Rita's rule as long as they didn't do anything, and Rita held her part of the bargain. Then Zordon had one solution, one final stance, and that was creating the White Ranger. Now, in our timeline, of course, the White Ranger is Tommy, but in this timeline, Tommy's already still Green Ranger and evil. So the White Ranger was gonna be, of course, Jason, the leader of the Power Rangers. So while they're trying to get Jason to absorb the White Ranger power and become the White Ranger, Tommy and all of Rita's forces begin to go and attack the Power Rangers. I think they were at the command center. And outside you see the rest of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers plus the Alien Rangers, and then that one dude from Turbo, I think. I don't know why he was there. You see Ninjor, all of them. On the other side, you see Tommy, Goldar, freaking Scorpina, that freaking jack-o'-lantern monster, that real big freaking monster that was in the sky, just a head in the sky for some reason. That was like something powerful that Rita called on. And such. You see Zords on one side, monsters on the other. They're just fucking fighting. They're going at it. Jason's in the command center trying to get all the White Ranger power. Tommy breaks in, confronts Jason, stops him midway, and he's like, alright, hey you, get your damn hands off her. No, he didn't. That's Back to the Future. But Tommy's like, alright man, this is the end. And Jason's like, no way dude, we're gonna stop you. And Tommy's like, haha, I'd like to see you try. And Jason's like, oh fucking, cash me outside, how about that? They start going at it, blah blah blah. The Rangers out there going at it, boom boom boom. Next thing you know, everybody sees Tommy standing outside with a freaking messed up Red Ranger helmet in his hand. And, his dagger, his freaking dragon dagger on the other. And he's in a new suit that's the mix of the White and Green Ranger, which is what he's wearing now. So he went, defeated Jason, possibly killed him, obtained the White Ranger suit, which was the most powerful power they had and unbeatable, and now belongs to what was the most powerful Power Ranger already, the Green Ranger. So that's double the power. And all the Power Rangers were defeated, blah, blah, blah. Now the world is in ruins. Excuse me. The world is in ruins, I believe, just from that Angel Grove look. They have complete control, and some of the Rangers, assuming from the end of the freaking comic, because we go back and Saba's story is finished, but then they're interrupted, and they look, and it appears to look like Aisha and Trini, I think, and just like Rebellion clothes. Saba was going to take them to the Coinless, That's what he said. It was the resistance against the forces of Dracon. They're called coinless, so I'm assuming from how that issue, the latest issue finished, it's the Power Rangers, just whoever's remaining, resisting again. No, but I think I saw Bulk in that crew as well. So it'd be cool to see Bulk and Skull become part of that crew. So that's how this number 12 ended off. It was just like, whoa, like the guys who write this are freaking great. Hey, let's take this Power Ranger and what if, what if we recreate the origin of the White Ranger? We recreate this. What if the Green Ranger kept being evil? And it wasn't like, not even destroying what Mighty Morphin Power Ranger was like. Let's just create an alternate timeline and have that Tommy go against the our Tommy, and just a big clash. Now, how Rita got in contact from her freaking parallel, her timeline to that timeline, I don't know. That is more to be revealed. But the series just keeps topping each other and keeps getting better and better. And it's like, whoa, I wish that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when I grew up. I wish there was a show right now just like that. That'll be dope. Which gets me excited for how the movie interpretation is going to be, because I am. I highly recommend people check out Mighty Morphin Power Rangers by Boom Comics. Really, really good. And now they got Justice League Cross Power Rangers, and that, I could do that real quick, because that's only 2 issues so far. Starts off with the Rangers far, far away, overlooking the land, and it's Angel Grove, just a big freaking hole. It blew up. It blew up. Angel Grove blew the fuck up. And Zack says it's his fault. And then a hand goes on his shoulder, and it's Superman who's like, it's not your fault. We go back a couple days or a week or whatever, and they're fighting a battle, bam, 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 blam. And Lord Zed gets in, and they're like, we're going to get you. And they teleport. I think they were fighting the command center too. Oh, I know what it was. Alpha was missing. So Zack had to go. They were looking for him. And Zack found him. He found the Alpha. He's like, all right, I got you. Brings Alpha back. But something happens. That Alpha's not Alpha. It's a fucking decoy. And that Alpha blows up, and it blows up the command center. It's like, what the fuck? And then Lord Zed comes in. It's like, no, I led you here. Zack grabs him, and they teleport. But something happened at teleportation, and then ended up teleporting into another fucking dimension. And the Rangers are like, where'd they go? Then you see Zack fucking appear in fucking Gotham City. He's like, what the fuck? And he's fighting fucking Zed. He's trying to get him back and shit like that. But then Batman shows up, and Batman's like, hey, what are you doing in my city? And Zack's like, oh, you must be a bad guy. And then Batman's like, come at me, bro. And then they go at it, and Batman's like, blam, blam, and he fucking gets him on the ground. And then the Rangers come out of nowhere, poof, and they're like, hey, get your hands off our dude. And Batman's like, he calls the Justice League, I need backup. We got some meta-human kind of activity. And then next thing you know, you see the Flash come out, and he takes all the weapons from the Power Rangers that they popped out of nowhere. And they're like, what the hell? And Flash is like, well, who are these guys? And Batman's like, I don't know, we're going to find out. And then they start going at it, and they're checking it out. And then Superman gets called too. And I guess we're going on to the next issue, and it's like the whole Justice League's there now. Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, freaking the Pink Rangers and the fucking Pterodactyl flying around and shit. And they're all like, oh shit. And then they call their Zords too, and try to fight the fucking Justice League, and the Green Lantern try to stop them. Green Lantern take it down, and then Flash is like fucking running, and then the Flash phases through the freaking red Zord and grabs the Red Ranger and phases out the red fucking Zord, the Tyrannosaurus, and knocks him to the ground. And that's when they're like, yo, hold on, stop. Kimberly tells them all to stop. Kimberly apparently had a conversation. Oh no, Kimberly is like being held by the lasso of truth of Wonder Woman. So they got the truth out of Kimberly. They're not evil. So they all meet up finally. They have a one-on-one talk, and it's like, hey, we're not from this planet, and we don't know how we got here. I mean, we know how we got here because the other Rangers got there. But we can't leave now because we brought something even worse. And it's Lord Zed, and we need to take him back. And Batman's like, well, we could take care of him. It's like, no, we're going to help you because that's what we do. And it's like, well, with what? It's like, our Zors, man. We could have taken you down with our Zors. And Batman's like, I got a freaking robot dinosaur in my freaking trophy room. So it's like him beefing with a Black Ranger. And they all kind of like, you know, have this little like moment talking to each other. And then we see that Lord Zed has been like abducted by fucking Brainiac. And then Lord Zed like is in this little, you know, one of Brainiac's little freaking trophies, whatever. And Zed's like, oh, fuck this. I see there's someone up there. And he fucking throws a grenade and makes himself big and breaks out of that shit and talks to Brainiac. It's like, hey, I see that you like to collect worlds. How would you like to collect the world somewhere else? You know, like another dimension. And Brainiac's all like, first, oh, excuse me. Brainiac's like, first you had my curiosity, and now you have my attention. So now Lord Zed made a pact with Brainiac to try to go back to the Power Rangers world to try to take that over. And Brainiac's like, how are we going to do this? And Zed's like, I got an idea, but we're going to need to use some of your little collections here. So they use one of just all these squid-like monsters, and he makes it fucking bigger and attack different parts of the world. And now the Justice League are all like, oh shit, shit's going down all over the world. We need to stop it. And they all spread out, and the Power Rangers are like, we're going to help you. It's like, no, you ain't. You're going to get in our way. It's like, no, man, this is what we do. And that's how that fucking issue ended. Now, if that wasn't epic to you, I don't know what is. Like, who the hell said, like, I want to congratulate the person who sat in that meeting. It was like, in Boom Comics or DC, whichever one of them was like, hey, I got an idea. Let's look, hey, check it out. Look, hear me out. What if the Power Rangers cross with the Justice League? And people in the room must have been like, nigga, yes, and just made it happen. It's freaking like, never in my mind was like, hey, you know what I want to see? The fucking Red Ranger with Superman. I never thought of it. Never. Maybe I combined them with my own figures, but I never thought of it. And just, dude, the fight that they had, the little fight they had, the moment that the Flash ran up the fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, phased through the shit, grabbed the Red Ranger, phased out of it, and slammed his ass on the floor. Come on, man. That was fucking ridiculous. That was dope. That was so freaking dope. So, in conclusion, I highly recommend y'all asses to go to your nearest comic book store, find anything of the fucking Boom Comics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and also the Boom Comics and DC Comics crossover of Justice League Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and fucking get in it. Y'all missing out. I can't be telling you the stories forever. I just gave you the fucking synopsis of how's it going down. Now you need to finish the rest. This has been Nostradamus, and you just had a Geek Much feel. Comic books. Hell yeah. Catch you on the flip side. Thank you for listening to me rant.